Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough week with Texas State and Southern Miss. It's kind of I thought we didn't really play very well against Texas State, cut it to 5, I think, with 4 minutes left. So we had some opportunities to kind of keep it close and just didn't finish strong. And then Southern Miss, it goes down to, we always talk about free throws and layups, and missed a couple of free throws that I think were pretty important along the way. And one thing I did figure out is if you have a routine, you're 12% better at the free throw line. So as I've gone into the tournament, everybody's going to have a routine. But yeah, tough game to lose. I thought we had opportunities. We saw some good things. We played a little bit better, especially the second half. But you got to put a complete game together. And actually, it kind of worked out. I think our draws maybe a little bit better than we thought. Being a 7 seed, we feel pretty good about matchups and all that. And I think that's what's the big thing going into the tournament: how you match up with the teams that you're going to play up until the semis and all that. So I like our matchups.
Potentially, you could play, if you continue to win, you could play the 2 teams that you lost to this past week. Advantage or disadvantage?
I think, we split with Texas State. We beat Texas State by 20 when we went there. And I think they're playing a little bit better now. But I honestly didn't think either one of us played very well when we played on Wednesday night. So I think, I like our chances. We know what they do. We just got to try to do a little bit better job of taking away Hood. I didn't think we did as good a job this time around as we did the last time. So, some things that we can do defensively to kind of slow them down. And, you're scoring 51 points. We got to score a little bit more too. So, but I do like the matchup. Southern Miss, that's both games that we had the free throw line with 10 seconds left, and you missed both free throws, and those were the opportunities to win. So you can play with them. I know Dominic Davis had a pretty good game, but that's going to be something that we need to focus on a little bit more too, is try to slow her down. But I really do like the opportunity that we have.
Was there anything else that was encouraging in the past 2 games that you can take going forward into the tournament with how your team played?
Yeah, the second half, I thought, we played a little bit better. We kind of switched up our defense a little bit. And, we've been talking about playing some different type of zone and stuff like that. And, it's basic matchup kind of stuff. And I thought we did a pretty good job. And we worked on it yesterday a little bit. We'll work on it today. So we may have something else that we can kind of slow people down, maybe confuse them a little bit. So I really did like that. Turnovers are down a little bit. I thought we handling the ball a little bit better, except for toward the end of the Southern Miss game. But yeah, I think our kids understand when your back's against the wall, or you lose one, you're out. I think we play better. I think a little bit more pressure going into the tournament to try to win it. So I do like that part of it too. We got to shoot it better too. I think that's going to be the big thing. Can we get Tamara and get Lene going again, so I think that's going to be big.
Coach, I got 2 questions. First, I saw Sherry Porter was out for senior day. Is she not active in the tournament at all, or is she going to be back?
She broke her finger, but she played both games this week, so she'll be. She's a tough kid. She got it casted up on her shooting hand, and she's going to play. I don't know what they decided today. I know they were going to look at it today and see if they could take the cast off and maybe just tape it to be a little bit better. But yeah, she'll be available.
And then also, obviously, you guys have dropped your last 3 to close out the season. How important is it for the team to not pay attention to that streak of loss that they've done and just kind of focus on the positives like you were mentioning and try to carry that into the tournament?
Well, as you all know, that these kids these days, they move on. You can't hang out. Especially, yesterday was a phenomenal shoot around we had. We just kind of got them in the dome and got some shots up, and it was like, hey, we had just won a championship, the way they were acting and all that. So, yeah, they move on pretty quick. So I'm not concerned about it. My concern is in the moment. Okay, we're a celebrating type of team, and we celebrate a lot. But when things kind of don't go good during the game, that's when you got to kind of lock down. So I'm kind of hoping that we can kind of get a little bit more focused on that part.
So you haven't since the first. Y'all had a lot of frustrating losses that easily y'all could have won, including the last 2. So has it seeped down into their psyche at all from the Chiefs?
I don't think so. I think after the games, sometimes you kind of look at them in the locker room, and we all feel the same. We missed out on an opportunity. But then you come back the next day and they just ready to go. And I think that's what's good about the tournament is like like if you lose the first game, you know that you're not playing again. During the regular season, you could lose and then you're able to kind of move forward. This is it, And I think that's what I like about our team is like they know that, hey, if we don't produce, then we're going home. So I really don't think so, I think the thing's going to be is can we stay consistent at what we do? Not so high, not so low, just kind of stay consistent at what we do.
What about Adam? Last year y'all didn't play real well, but this year y'all played good.
Yeah, pretty good. And they got some shooters. Carver's was shooting 35%, from the three. And that's kind of about when we focus on, we kind of shade toward their shooters and stuff like that. I think the thing that we like about them is I think we can score. We can get the ball up and down the floor. We shot it good when we went last time there to App, and that's usually been a tough place to play. But, I think we can slow them down, Sanders is one of their better players, and I think she ended up with 3 points in the last game. So there's some things we can do defensively to try to slow them down. But, they can shoot it too. They got a couple of good shooters, but just kind of wondering, they play a little bit of junk defense, the 1-3-1, and they try to do some trapping and stuff. And I thought we did a great job of kind of pushing the ball down the floor and getting it inside. I think we scored quite a bit on the inside. So it's going to be important, to be able to, push the ball down the floor and, maybe press a little bit. I think we did that a little bit too. So, I think there's some things. The matchup to me is pretty good if we're on top of our game.
Do you feel like you have enough depth to play these 4 games if you get that far?
I think so. I think that the thing that we know is we playing Jalen James a little bit more. A.B. Blanton's playing a little bit more. Mariah, all the kids that are coming off the bench are playing a little bit more minutes. And it seems like they're getting a little bit more comfortable. So if we can kind of hold, and then Lene's finally kind of healthy again to where she can get some more minutes. And, D. Rice, this is it. We're going to play to win each game, and we'll worry about the next one after that. So, we'll see how it goes. 4 games is quite a bit of games in that short period of time. But, hey, you just got to kind of do it. And hopefully that I think our strength and conditioning coach does a good job as far as keeping them in condition and doing all those things. So, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable.